Example, performing matrix row operations. We have a matrix that is row 1, 5, -2, 13, and the second row is 1, 9, -4. And we want to interchange row 1 and row 2 in this matrix, notated as R1 or R sub 1, double-ended arrow R sub 2. Well, our matrix for this, we switch the first row and the second row. So our first row would, instead of 5, -2, 13, be 1, 9, 4, or -4. I'm going to keep my vertical bar. And my second row will be 5, -2, 13. Replacing those rows with each other. Multiply row 2 in the matrix below by 1/5. That's notated as 1/5 times R2. Now our matrix is 2, -7, 11, and the second row is 3, 5, 20. So we're going to multiply each of the values in row 2 by 1/5. So I'm going to calculate this by saying 1/5 times 3, which is 3/5, 1/5 times 5, which is 1, and 1/5 times 20, those are all elements in the second row, which is 4. So our matrix becomes, the first row remaining the same, 2, -7, 11, vertical bar in there and all in brackets, and our second row, which is 3/5, 1, 4, all from the values we just calculated. For our third row operation, multiply row 1 in the matrix below by -3 and add it to row 2. That is notated as -3 times R1 plus R2, or R sub 1 and R sub 2 respectively. Now this matrix is the first row, 1, -4, 7, and the second row, 3, 2, -12. So I'm going to take each of these values in row 1, okay, and say -3 multiplied by R1, well that would be the first element is 1, plus the element in that corresponding column. So here I'm looking at this right here, so I'm saying -3 times row 1 plus row 2. So I'm going to add 3 to that one, which will be 0. Now for the second one, I'm going to say -3 multiplied by row 1. I'm going to move to the next column, that's a -4. So -3 times -4 plus +2, because that's the value in that column. And that would be, let's see, +12, so +14. Now the last operation I'm going to perform is -3 times multiplied by +7, that's in row 1, plus -12. So I should probably just say, make that a -12, which will be -33. So my matrix becomes, and it's not stated here, but I am replacing whatever these values that I get into R2, because that is the last one that occurs. I'm adding these to row 2. So my matrix becomes 1, -4, 7. Again, it's an augmented matrix, vertical bar after -4, all in brackets. And my row 2 is changing to the values of 0, 14, -33. Now we'll use these operations in just a moment to solve some systems of equations.